Hey, what's up, Iron Fist Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. No intro, no part of my collection is going to be associated too heavily with this. I don't really want to associate anybody, not shout anything with the topic that I have at hand today. Got a relatively interesting one. This one was shown to me by somebody. I appreciate that. Before I go into it, let me intro this real quick. Let me actually go into a topic real fast. So, making adult Pokemon content in the actual space, right? Something that I do. I have a lot of experience with it. I actually make adult commentaries every time I upload a video. It says not for kids. I swear, I talk about topics that may not be necessarily for everybody. I market appropriately. I do not involve children in my content whatsoever. Does that mean that it is not like something that I like to watch where people actually have family pages or they do more, everyone geared content where everybody can enjoy that stuff? No, not at all. In fact, I do think that's good. Sometimes it's nice to like watch someone open packs, not talk about weird things, or not swear a bunch of the times. Like that's perfectly fine. I got nothing against that, and that's definitely something where I do think Pokemon is for everybody. The TCG, the games, the merch, any of that stuff, right? It's something that can be enjoyed by everyone at all ages, at every level. Appropriately, of course, there are ways to do it, and there are things like that. I am definitely friends with people in the Pokemon space that do other adult content, such as, show a little bit of themselves, put themselves out there a little bit more. And once again, as long as it's appropriate, as long as it ain't hurt nobody, I don't personally care what people do when it comes to that. It's fine. Just don't do anything weird with it beyond that. Post it. Do your thing. I sympathize a little bit because I say the fuck word a lot, so I get where it comes from. A lot of people criticize me as well, saying that I should not be here. I should not be allowed to say what I say. It's the same thing as like, the Max Mofos and the Cool Trainer Ryans that say like, oh, you make Pokemon content, that's automatically geared for kids. I do not think so. However, the topic I'm about to discuss today, I do think crosses a little bit of a line. And I think it's something that should be on people's radar just so people are aware that something like this exists. So, right here, we have an actual page. We got PokeFam right there. Spoiler, I'm not going to actually show that they have a child involved on their page as well. I'm not going to be showing the child's face at all, and I am not doing any kind of criticism on the child. I don't think this is their fault at all, and I highly advise anybody looking at this stuff to keep that in mind as well. This is purely something I've noticed that the parents or the people involved or the guardians or whatever of this page are doing, and I think it just draws attention where it's like, hey, maybe back this stuff up. So they're very much advertising themselves as a family page. They have their child involved. Of course, you see the mother, wife, guardian, something like that over here opening up as well. But they're very clearly geared towards the whole family thing. Fam's right in the name. New to the hobby, come learn along with us. And they have several videos featuring their child. Okay, cool, right? So this was shown to me, and this is something that I definitely do think needs to be on people's radars for two reasons. Number one, definitely do not do this. This opens up a huge can of worms for a lot of different reasons. I'll get to it here in a second. And number two, it's just fucking weird, okay? So we have a video right here, Paldean Fates, unedited. We made it worth watching. So this video is up on their page. It is 39 minutes of them opening Paldean Fates. Nothing really essentially wrong with that. You open up the video, and it just starts with her, this person right here, I'm assuming, is opening up Paldean Fates packs, going through it, right? Now, there's one comment at the time of me recording this on the video, and it is literally a timestamp, and it says, go to the spot right here, okay? When you go to this timestamp, I'm going to show right here, I'm not going to show any of the good stuff, right? It takes you to an instance of them just doing the same thing. They have a bunch of Paldean Fates packs going into that, right? They're just opening them up. They're going through it. And then, you know what? She needs to do a little bit of stretching for good luck. She needs to actually go to that. She needs to limber up, loosen up. She needs to make sure she's ready for these epic, dank, dark pulls that are about to come out of here, right? Going through the whole thing. Got to stretch, got to get limber. And then, of course, you see full-on fucking nipple just coming out right there. You see the whole boobage. You see that right there. So whoever's in charge of this page deliberately wants that to be a timestamp that people go and check out and watch this video one-handed, right? Literally 5 seconds. 5 seconds after this person does this, their child walks into frame, walks right into frame right after this person immediately does. I do not know who is in charge of this page at all. I don't know what's going on here, but they deliberately have timestamped that for you to watch that. They made it worth you watching, and very clearly she knows what is going on here. At least the person filming knows what's going on here. You got another instance, and there's several instances in the video like this where you can just see full-on fucking side boob. Now look, I have zero issue with anybody making this kind of content appropriately, right? You want to put it on the OF, you want to put it on the adult websites, you want to have people pay on your Patreon for that stuff, go for it. Ain't no prude. You want to fucking lay out the boobs, you want to fucking get the over-the-shoulder boulders out, you want to show a little bit of the tatas, go for it. I don't give a shit. It's just very weird on a family-oriented page, very fucking clearly marketed that way. It's in the name, children featured right on the page, and then right after you're showing the goods, you're making people ready to fucking go right in there, fucking go up and down the tube steak, right? Your child walks in the frame. You didn't edit that out. You didn't do any of that stuff. You didn't just zoom past. No, your child walks in the frame 5 seconds after you were on that timestamp. You're potentially exposing your child to weirdos out there that want to only watch certain things. And on top of that, that's very contradictory. You're making adult content very clearly. You're highlighting it. You very much want people to see that level of it. And yet you have your child walk into frame on the same channel where you guys do pack openings together, and that's very contradictory. You cannot do both of these on YouTube, and that is something that is very, very, very weird. I don't have any fucking there's no argument for this. I'm not listening to any kind of fucking, oh, this is okay because the blah 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 blah. No, you're not making this type of content. You're not gonna show off the goods and then have your kid just weirdly walk into frame and highlight that, be the timestamp that you want people to check out right there, and then have the person resume. That's just not what's going to happen here. That's not okay. That's not cool. That is definitely crossing a line when it comes to adult Pokemon content creation. And if I'm just saying, okay, you might want to do something about that. You might want to actually either get rid of that video, chop it up so it's not in there, or put that on an entirely different platform. Just put it on another platform. Put it on a completely different platform. Put it where that kind of stuff is allowed. And do not involve children in any way on that stuff walking through it. Yes, I completely understand. Your kid, like, you want to put that timestamp right there, going to it, advertising this on a family-focused page, a family advertised page, opening up Pokemon cards, and then, like, just that's not okay. That's not cool. It's fucking weird. It's definitely something that's gonna, it puts your entire channel, let alone your family, at risk of being exposed to fucking weirdo creeps out there that definitely exist. Not okay. Definitely do something about that. This is not the direction family pages need to be going with this stuff at all. That is not cool. I have zero problem with you doing the adult content on appropriate websites where it's okay. I've got zero issue in that stuff. Just make sure, I'm telling you, man, like, this come from me, someone who makes adult Pokemon content who gets criticism all the fucking time. That ain't the look, all right? That's not the way to fucking do this shit, and it's really creepy to involve your children in any way of that kind of stuff where you want some fucking weirdos to just be grabbing and going up and down while you're opening Paldean Fates, watching the video one fucking handed, and then that instance happen. That's all I got. Appreciate it, virgins. See you later. Once again, it is not the child's fault at all. That is not going to be what this video is. They're completely innocent in that. However, family pages right there, just, you do not need to be going down that route at all. That is not okay. It's fucking weird. It begs more questions than I'm getting answers for anything. And you need to do something about that. I'm giving you a friendly heads up right here. That's what that is. Thank you so much. Have a good one. It's fucking Jesus Christ, man.